Okay, we are back for our episode 2 of season 3 in our Shadowrun storyline. It is session number 97, and characters are about to start a adventure called Ivy and Crown. So what could go wrong with that? So it turns out I was looking at the wrong adventure, but hey, things like that happen. So I'm sure I'll be able to juggle the fact that I read the wrong story.
I missed the names though.
Yeah, Jeremy knows how much I'm good at winging it and actually reading it. There's very little difference for most players. So at the table today we have rejoining us Gary.
Hello everyone, I'm playing Raven. Raven is a young street thief who has developed magic powers that she has trouble controlling. She has no love for corporations or governments and would happily see them all fall. She also has a dangerous fascination with fire. She is suspicious, cynical and hardened by bitter experience, trusts no one and expects the worst of everyone. Raven sees life as a fight to survive. She is at home amidst chaos and disaster. She needs to learn responsibility and she needs to learn to trust.
And now she's a Shadowrunner, so that goes out the window.
Okay. I'm not quite sure what a Shadowrunner is, but anyway.
So,
don't trust.
So there are a few things Shadowrunning does have in its thing. It has a whole bunch of books. The books start off with, was it Don't Deal with the Dragon?
Never Deal with the Dragon.
And
the second one, Never Trust Enough.
Yeah.
Okay, well, all right. She fits both of those. So I envisage her as being a short young woman, maybe 5'2", olive skin, black hair, that sort of thing.
Up next we have Sean.
Yes. I'm Sean. I play 404. Thinking of renaming that because she is no longer missing. He's a mech pilot, former military, and a clone. Haven't figured out who she's a clone of yet though. Eater of hot dogs, looter of butter knives, climber of the stairs.
Okay, so to give some idea of where that would work well, I'm just going to dig into our knowledge base of the main corporations. Hopefully it's in this book. It's always useful when you can say, here's a good point of reference to say everything that we're dealing with. I know I have the corporations listed somewhere. It would have been great if it was here. I think it's the starting section of this one. Jeremy, do you remember all the base corporations?
As in the triple A's?
Yep.
Ace Technology, Terrinoth, Sahama.
Okay, so I've actually found something that does have them all in there, which is good. So I'll get. So Jeremy,
what are you looking for?
Why don't you introduce your character, and then I'll get back to why talking about the megacorps are important.
Yeah. Good evening all. Yes, I'm playing Desmond Deadshot, the Elven, originally street scum, but has grown up in the world a bit and discovered that actually there's more to the world than just surviving on the streets. Element of who realised he's got family and having come across a apparently at least semi-sentient motorcycle / armour suit, which originally he thought that might make him similar to Blue Beetle, but then he later found that he's probably going down the, or potentially get the the Voltron or Power Rangers type side, but now he's focusing on money, so maybe he's trying to be Tony Stark. No Iron Man.
Up next is Ross.
Yes, I played one who's basically the opposite of Raven. Yes, follower of the Eki Thump from the BBC Pantheon. Actually believes that there's probably get the best of everyone. If not, hit them over the head with a black pudding. Yes, healer and spiritual guidance of this group. Currently starting up learning alchemy because he's realised how useful potions are, and unfortunately the stuff that he makes only lasts, like half day.
Well, they're not
And so alchemy is now picked up interest.
Potions aren't meant to be permanent.
Yeah.
Some people can do longer term, but it's always a risk.
Yeah. I did see the explosion talent. If you do well, it goes good. If you do bad, it goes really bad.
It can go really, really bad. Making sure I get the right number of people, so because they change so much. I've got books rating the big companies collapse, new companies start up, but depending on what era, you have different companies involved. Okay, so starting off with the first of the major companies, you've got Ares Macro Technologies. So they are known for their weapons. So think almost like cowboy-esque marketing, sort of mixed in with Romanesque marketing. So cowboy Roman, except for a cowboy hat, they have a Roman hat on top.
Or like a Legionnaire's helmet, you mean?
Yeah, Legionnaire's helmet. But they have the mentality of a cowboy.
Okay.
I was more imagining it like a cowboy hat with like the plume.
And of course, they name themselves after a Greek god as opposed to a Roman god.
Yep.
Yeah. It should be Mars.
And so when we say AAA company, that means it's a company that has a major stake all over the world.
Okay.
Anywhere you go, you'll probably find a outlet, a company, a division for that AAA.
I'm assuming that Raven doesn't have much knowledge of anywhere outside of Seattle.
You'd have knowledge of all the AAAs because
They're
Be aware of the names.
You're aware of the names, yeah.
you'd also be aware of what they're into. So the fact that Ares is into guns and war is not a surprise. The fact that they have a lot of other small things on the side, that's a surprise. So the next major one is As Technology, which is basically South America weaponized. Does that sound about right, Jeremy?
I'd say more Central America, but yeah, it's that whole idea of the Aztec. But so you've got foundations and imagery from the Aztec nations.
And while they don't actually control South America, they're more Central America. They put out the image that they control South America.
Yeah.
Okay. So they portray an image that they are Latin America.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it.
So what I'm more putting out is not the truth, but more the projection.
Yeah, yeah.
And the sorts of stuff that you know without.
I'm assuming Raven would only know those projections anyway.
If you actually if you were a ex-member, you would then know far more details about it than anything else. So then you have Fushi Industrial Electronics. Now this is pretty much the biggest company in the current setting because they are the company behind the Matrix. So the virtual world, everything involved in it, and they're the ones who have dropped all the latest and greatest hardware and software. That's how you feel as well, Jeremy?
Yeah, okay.
Then you have Mitsuhama Computer Technologies. They're the ones who would like you to believe that they're the inventor of the Matrix and that they have the latest and greatest hardware. So that they are second place in quite a lot of things in the Matrix, but it's not from lack of trying.
Okay.
And of course, from the general public perspective, it's not like there's actually a difference for what you're going to be doing up against if you go against them.
And then you have Renraku Computer Systems. They like to portray themselves as the samurai of electronics. It's not exactly that way in reality, but that's how they like to put themselves out there. Anyone who is part of Renraku pretty much is completely racist.
Okay.
And when I'm talking racist, it's humans first.
Okay, so...
Because remember that in Shadowrun, there's not so many people racist about colour of skin anymore. It's size of body and lumpiness of skin.
Okay.
Why would I care what colour your skin is? Do you have pointy ears?
That they also care about the current racism we have, but they're far more overt about penalising anything that's not human.
Okay.
And they're sort of hiding the fact that they penalise humans as well.
So okay. Human superiority beliefs. Okay.
More purity?
Purity.
Yes.
Human purity. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, the elves
Yeah,
have
I heard
the
that
elven
before.
superiority. They know they're more. They know they're superior.
The next one is Saderkrop, or generally referred to as SK, is well known as being the Dragon Company.
The Dragon Company.
A gold dragon is the head of the company, the figure of the company, and the person who makes all the decisions for the company.
When you said Krupp, I was immediately thinking German Krupp works, but anyway.
It is based in Germany. That's its home.
Okay. It's
Berlin,
a
actually.
German-based megacorp, and the human figurehead, when it's not when the dragon is not the person that people talk about, but the human spokesperson for the dragon is called Herr Bruckhaus. Which, for those in the know, find out, you realise the fact that they're actually one of the same being.
And he's been in charge of that company now for I think it's about 15 years. So 15 years he's been running that company, and when I talk about making all the decisions, he literally will have the equivalent of running a supercomputer in his brain for the decisions he's keeping track of.
Mm-hmm.
So when you've got other people trying to copy what he does, it's almost impossible. Especially when you're talking about the great dragons having so much more ability than a person. Then you have the Shireways Corporation. So this is the company you're expecting to have cyberware, gene tech, access to mods that other people haven't thought about, such as a new type of upgrade to your armor, or some other sort of thing that is just enhancing other people's stuff.
Yeah.
Mainly because they're not as good as selling their own product, they're very good at inventing extra things.
Okay.
So they're the big inventors that aren't Matrix specific. Next one up you have is Yamatetsu. They are basically a megacorp because they like to think they can do everything.
Okay.
They don't have any speciality, but they are another one that likes to come out of Asia and run things.
Okay.
We also have Genteki, one of the big biotech companies. basically, if you want to do cloning, they're the guys you go to. Then you have Spiroid. They're the ones who are tinkering with artificial intelligence while building mechanical helpers to do all your chores for you. Then you have Wayland Consortium. They are basically the guys who are in charge of most of the banking concerns of the world. So you have a consistent value for money because there's one company running it. Everyone else is sort of playing catch up. And then the last one is NBN, the people who have decided to take the Matrix and make it their job. So they're everywhere. They don't have to actually have a building. They have lots of cyber connections. And there are a few other ones floating around that are trying to get their points in. And does any of them sound like the sort of place your character would like to have been attached to? So you could technically have been a clone.
So I have to have been attached to one of these.
This is more for Sean, with his 404, who's a clone. And he could technically have been attached to any of those.
Are the Gen Techie clone BioWare people?
So you want to be attached directly to the cloning people, so you're one of their experiments?
Yeah.
That would work. They have lots of different variants. And to see how well our luck is for your characters, apparently it's very lucky. So that is 6 white and 1 black off 4 dice.
Yeah.
And hey, I've had people go, no, we need to roll, and then I roll it, and I go, oh, that's a good roll. It's like, well, you just said you needed to roll, so we're going to discount that nice roll.
I think last time you let us roll, we rolled 6 blacks and 1 white.
Okay, in the setting, it is the Friday, the 2nd of June 2052. The day starts off with the fact that there has been a delivery at the building. And Desrin has basically been called in to sign for them.
Yeah, because we ordered everything under his name.
So the first thing to that you actually have to sign for is a rifle model 38 and 5 shipping crates.
Right. He's been doing some shopping recently, so...
And apparently the 5 shipping crates are 1 item.
Yeah, I wonder what's in that. It's all my guns.
But they have delivered it into the underground loading dock.
Right, okay, so thanks a lot. We haven't got to go and pick it up from the port or anything like that.
And at being 1 item, it is the 5 pieces of his mech he needs to put back together again.
Yay.
Well, probably more like 20 pieces because, hey, the central shell has to be disassembled for transit.
Yay.
And when you have arms and legs bigger than a person, there's lots of other stuff to go around it and padding. Last thing you want is a mech to show up all twisted because someone forgot to tie it down. Or they realise it's a mech and ran off with it.
Sounds about right.
Also comes with the hoists and basic tools meant for putting it back together again.
Well, that's nice. Those normally get stolen.
Okay, did you arrange to rent some additional garage space for all this beforehand?
No.
You're not.
You look over and like 2 of your cars have been dismantled.
I mean, it's Declan's going to go out a lot. He knows what's going on. Hey, he does his own mechanic work. So.
Well, hey, you have to sign for it. Otherwise, they would have to pick it up and take it away.
Mm-hmm.
Which means you've just had 5 trucks show up at Desmond Tower to drop it all off.
Yep.
Because, hey, they're not going to take a road train into here because by the time they go down the block, the 3 trailers already gone.
Yep, okay.
And you also note down that all the containers have Genteki on the side of it. Which means they have literally delivered a corporate equipment to your premise.
Yeah. We will certainly go for scanning and removing / destroying trackers and locators and all those sort of bits and pieces.
You also end up with a invite arriving in asking for a meet with one of your contacts.
Okay.
Where you've got 6 hours to show up to a fixer that you trust to get a job.
Yep. He didn't give any indication as to what he needed to talk about. Presumably a job, but didn't give any indication as to what to expect or timeline that we're looking at.
Well, it is going to be running from one of the MBN outlets where they rent out virtual meeting rooms.
Okay.
So people will either plug in or get a digital helmet that will allow them to have the equivalent of plugged in.
Yep. But the intent is, yes, we don't actually have to travel anywhere, we can do it from here.
Well, from a specific room.
Yeah.
So a corporation that runs virtual private rooms that they basically guarantee security. And this also means that whoever hires it will have a understanding of who's arrived.
Okay. Yeah, but so the if we got the meeting's in 6 hours. Yeah. Do we have to actually physically go anywhere?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Is it a case of talking to, say, Hollow or
Nero?
But also thinking of our original hacker that
So
apparently had, that apparently had started to come back into the building while we were away.
I will say he leaves you a message saying that the location is most likely directly tied to the client, so A, we can't hack them, and B, no one can trace the call.
Yeah, that's fine. That's exactly. I wasn't necessarily particularly keen on going to a virtual meeting room from Desmond Tower directly, so it would have been a case of trying to set up a safe matrix location to come from. But if it's a case of travelling to a physical location to then jump into their virtual location, that's certainly fine.
And he's also expecting that a hacker would be useless because the system would most likely kick you all out if it detects a hack. As a safety override, so people don't get their brains wiped.
Yeah. Well, as I said, it's a guy that's provided good business before and doesn't tend to double cost too much, or at least doesn't fight with Johnson's double cost too much. Then certainly it sounds like a worthwhile option.
You know, he works with Vel a lot as well.
With what, sorry?
You know, he works a lot with Vel, the pilot.
Oh, Vel, sorry, yeah. Sorry. I was saying Bell, but I thought Bell? No. Yeah. No, okay, that's certainly a good recommendation as well then. So like I said, I suspect that, we can certainly we'll let the other guys know that, hey, potentially job available. The meeting's in the Matrix, but we've got a physical location to go to. It would probably be good to have people there who remain physical rather than getting lost in the virtual world, so we've got some security around that location. I'm sure there's no reason not to trust anyone that's going on, but hey.
The meet does have a only the people in the meeting will get paid. Because you know what fixes the lag.
Mm-hmm.
Security doesn't get paid. You also get the pamphlet from SoCal basically showing you that the room, while the door is shut, you're online. If someone opens the door or enters, everyone's basically brought out straight away.
Okay.
One of those virtual meeting rooms where it's all about the privacy and safety.
Yeah, okay.
And only a couple of people have had brain dump.
And usually that's before they get little sort of holes for the people who post in and therefore had the brain up to actually get out of there. Yep, okay. So how long will it take to get to the physical location?
Take you about an hour and a half from where you are.
Okay.
And your fixer has basically paid for the time.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll let the guys know that, hey, if you got any plans for the evening or the morning, afternoon, whatever we're up to, for 6 hours later, probably lunchtime actually, I think it was start of the day, it was the morning, wasn't it, the 10. So, but anyway, yes, if you're not doing anything, hey, jump on board, because there's likely money involved. This guy tends to pay well, or provide Johnson's to pay well, and if you're not there, well, go without.
Okay,
Is
so
everyone interested?
do people respond? Because hey, it is a job, and you are waiting for stuff.
So where's the address? Because I'll have to.
Yeah.
Well, currently, Ross, you don't have another place.
Okay.
But yes, you've got your own vehicle to your own wheel to get there. But, yeah.
An order.
Are you're trying to arrive yet?
Characters just arrived back in Seattle the previous day. And
Oh, that's right. You're like got lost on the boat, didn't it? That's right.
no one has secured different accommodation yet.
Yeah, this is like same day after we did the shopping spree last session.
Yeah, look at that. But it's just remember the fact that yes, Warm was the one that got the failure on the
Yeah,
the big item.
his trike fell off the ship.
But that's right, because everyone's got a van you'll fit the back of.
Yeah, he also got some shipping crates he might fit in.
Less useful for going downtown.
Yeah.
Because for Ross's memory, last session you had been away from Seattle for over 6 months,
Yeah.
and
At least expired.
and you were also doing the hiding where you were, so you couldn't
Yeah.
literally pay for things remotely.
Yeah.
And with the amount of money you got, whatever you had in your room was replaceable.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You also got kicked out of uni, but don't bother you yet.
I am sure they will be doing the whole, hey, you were away for 6 months, did you defer?
No, you didn't. Ah, okay. Right, at least your piece. Pay for crash.
So now he's doing the beginner's course in magic from someone who can't learn anything else about magic. Just like asking the PhD person to talk about in chemistry to talk about basic chemistry and do the basic chemistry test.
Okay. Yep. So I don't know if people want to do anything specific in the next couple of hours, but Desmond will basically maintain current day-to-day activities. Check with Tatiana to make sure there's no issues or concerns, and Hollow to make sure that's all good. Check business aspects. If 404 decides to open up the crates that morning, it could be interesting to see what's in them. So,
Yeah, they've been opened.
yep. So,
It all looks like industrial parts.
mhm.
And the crate and the crates are labelled A, B, C, D, and E.
Oh, good. I was half expecting A, B, D, E, F. Someone else lost something on the ship. And then, yeah, we will head down to downtown or wherever this physical location is. If there's any, like I said, like the SoCal gave him some dossier on the business, so he's have an understanding of what we're going for and what the thing is, but we'll look up that sort of stuff just so he's aware of what to expect. So,
It's the sort of stuff that low-level executives who are trying to get ahead in other companies use to do industrial espionage or discussions.
okay. But physically, it's a, it presents itself as a standard business corporation type environment. Is that right? Like, so it's the sort of thing that when we're going down there, don't dress in street clothes and or carry a rocket launcher over your shoulder.
It's located inside one of the AAA buildings owned in Seattle. Also the center of the matrix nodes for Seattle. The central server is in that building.
I will let people know then that, hey, yep. Dress nice, dress up, and leave any weapons in the car.
And the security rating of the building is police response in seconds. If you count to 5, they get money. because the response time is too long.
Yep.
Which means anyone else picking a fight there is basically saying, I want to die quickly.
Yes. The response force is fast and it works on shoot first, second, third, and then if you've got the opportunity to ask questions, you haven't shot enough.
If you're not advertising an MDN ID and you've got a gun out, you're a threat. Just think the RoboCop big two weapon creature that just shoots at anyone with a gun.
The N209.
N209. The prototype version.
So people got some nice clothes to wear.
Yeah, I've got nice clothes.
Good.
I don't believe Street Kid Raven has nice clothes.
What's wrong with my clothes?
Street clothes.
Mm.
Because he was just saying they're going in street clothes.
Well, this is what I wear.
Well, not to this. If you're in the big leagues now, if you want to join in, got to dress the part.
I'm not changing how I dress at 3 minutes' notice.
I'm giving you 3 hours notice.
All right.
And look, they can even offer you a suit to wear.
A suit?
It's a flat pack from the vending machine, but hey, it's a suit.
A suit? What sort of crap is that?
The appropriate cap to wear at this meeting.
So the whole idea of casual has died, has it?
No casuals there, but when you go into one of the major companies, they're the type of either you're wearing the company gear or you dress nicely because you want them to at least let you in the door.
All right.
It's sort of like, say you want to show up in like a top tier jewelry place. Will you walk in jeans and t-shirt, or will you dress up a bit to basically be let in the door?
Mm.
Well, literally, you're going in for a job interview with a major corporation.
I've never had a job interview and never worked for a major corporation.
No. Okay, that's the sort of the situation that the group is going into.
Look, I'll put on this stupid costume if that's what I have to do.
Well, only if you want to get paid, if you want to be part of this opportunity,
I'll see if
you don't. Stay here, we'll tell you about it later.
By the way, Womp, thanks for letting me use your apartment.
Well, it's technically yours now. You've been paying for it.
Have I paid for it? I've just been using it. Didn't know you had to pay for apartments. I noticed Womp wasn't using it, so you know, we'll just go.
Most characters lost all their places outside of the tower.
So it's now my place, is it? Yeah. When it comes to having to pay, I think I'll leave.
Which means you probably haven't been there for about 4 months.
Yeah, well, I go in and out. Paying for accommodation is not something I've ever done.
Okay. You've been dodging the landlord for the last 4 months.
Mm. It's a place on rotation where I stay sometimes.
Could be worse.
I guess from that idea though, so does anyone in the party actually know Raven from previous activities?
Womp,
Womp has.
Okay, so Walt's the one bringing Raven in.
As is Hollow and Nero.
Okay, so the point is, Derek's saying, yep, if you don't want to be here, that's fine. Then Womp, Nero, and Hollow can try and talk to you about whether or not it's actually worthwhile or not. So Derek's not pushing it.
if there's money involved, I'll listen.
all good then.
Darren also has got himself 28,000 credits.
Who?
Your character has gotten 28,000 credits.
What?
That's because you haven't been paying attention to money.
Okay. What does that mean? Like, what can you buy with a credit?
So, you can get basic foods for about 10, 20. You could buy a car for 28. A pretty crappy car, but you could buy a car.
For 28 credits or 28,000?
28,000.
Okay, so I could buy a cheap car.
Mm-hmm.
I get enough money to buy a cheap car. All right.
Like 28,000, probably equivalent to a month's wage in a decent job type stuff in current times.
Okay, so I've done pretty well for myself to have that much money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not telling everyone else I've got that money though.
Each character earns money based on how much they've actually done in their advancement, and that's basically them making money off their skills for that month, or from previous months where they've actually done stuff.
Is money physical? Like, is it physical things in your hand, or is it
It can
all
be.
numbers in computers somewhere?
You can get physical currency, but that is not common. Most currency is digital. And then someone can even screw you over and give you corporate currency, which can only be spent at one of the major corporations.
Okay. And how does the criminal underworld work? Do they work on physical currency or do they work on digital?
They work on both.
Okay, all right.
Plus also...
And even physical currency is more commonly like a USB stick containing your code, your information for a basically an account that has a certain value in it.
And you'd have the equivalent of your phone would have credits attached to it. Not your entire bank account, because that would be silly.
No, yeah.
Because if someone was to steal it, they could walk off with whatever you've got carrying around with you currently. But other people will then have a cred stick that they have to put the codes in, and then they can do an equivalent of a scanner like you can with other things.
Okay.
So they used a lot of current technology in their future tech.
Yeah.
Which was
But
actually...
when people talk about a cred stick, that's virtually cash.
Okay.
So,
And so most transactions are digital transactions, but you might be using a cred stick or a phone or something.
But you can use...
well, Shadowrunners, i.e. the criminal underground, definitely use cred sticks more often than other stuff because it's less traceable.
Because cred sticks don't go through the bank.
Mm-hmm.
They basically are each verified on what they are, and it's just basically transferred to the rights of that money to that person.
Okay.
And each cred stick can have a rating. The higher the rating, the more money you can put on it.
Okay.
And most of you have I can put maybe 1,000 on my cred stick, which is the sort of cred stick you will run around with.
Yeah.
You might have more expensive ones hidden, but you don't show people those ones.
Fair enough. That all sounds good.
And when you have implants and stuff, you can literally hide that money in your head.
Okay. I'm assuming I don't have implants because I'm magic rather than... Yep.
Most magic people don't want implants.
Yep.
Okay, so how are you getting there? Are you taking your troll-adapted vehicle, or you're telling Womp you're going to meet him there?
And this is actually, middle of downtown type area, isn't it? So,
It is.
middle of AAA areas. Des would probably suggest to Womp that, hey, probably better off taking the taking PT, and which then means I can take a better vehicle that will be less obtrusive in the middle of downtown.
Because
Okay.
you use wealth to hide in downtown. You use crap to hide in the Barrens.
Mm-hmm.
So is one part we get there itself?
Public transport, I might have looked too late. Yours is meeting in 3 hours, correct?
6 hours.
6
6
hours.
hours.
6 hours from when he tells you, but some of them were told they've got 3 hours to get ready, so he can help them get there.
Okay. So how far away from the university is it?
It would be quite a few blocks, enough that you wouldn't be able to walk it easily in 2 or 3 hours.
but it's certainly not difficult to get to via transport.
Yeah, I could get there. I just need to work out the time frame. Yeah. So basically, I should be leaving about now then.
And you want to hope that the train that you want to get on doesn't have its troll compartment full.
Yeah, so basically I have to leave now.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
The downside of being a troll is you don't fit most places.
Yeah.
And there are even some buildings you can't go into. Much like not everyone is disability friendly, very few things are troll friendly. Okay, so Womp starts doing the whole public transport thing, having to walk an hour and a half to the local public transit station, wait for an appropriate train, and get shuttled into the city eventually. And being the troll carriage, it's standing room only. Otherwise, they can't fit the trolls in.
Which allows us to take a decent vehicle, a couple of decent vehicles, so that we can fit everyone to attend. Because I'm assuming that Nero and Hollow would be, particularly Hollow, but there's certainly one that I think a Hollow could be willing to get out for, because if nothing else, see this virtual reality meeting room. That SoCal's given them a glossy magazine about.
And actually being able to touch the building which houses the virtual world for Seattle.
Yeah. So I would be expecting that Bolt, Hollow and Nero are coming along. I think it was if you're not there for the first meeting, you're not getting paid.
Which means you may also end up with Jane and Poppy showing up.
Yep.
Which is technically the whole crew.
Yeah.
Okay, so you managed to get your self to the location. By driving, you end up getting there maybe half an hour to an hour early.
Can I sorry, cafe nearby or something in the meantime?
The name on the company, name on that shop front is Virtual Meetings Incorporated. They have really nice looking security at the doors. When I say really nice looking security, they look like they've had face work. They could literally be models. Maybe they are models and pretending to be security.
What sort of people go in and out?
You see a lot of people in business attire.
Mm-hmm.
People carrying briefcases. A lot of people have cyberware, be it just a plug-in chip or virtual, eyes or hands or.
Okay.
Because hey, a lot of tech people will modify even without the need to replace, which is considered horrific by a lot of people, especially magic people. You've chopped it off, why? Well, I got this offer for an upgrade. And they said it was going to cost an arm and a leg, so well, I thought I'd just get rid of them.
So, yeah, I mean, I expected them to cost an arm and a leg. I was getting replaced.
And you sort of see Womp sort of jogging, stumbling towards the location with about 5 minutes to spare. Apparently he couldn't get a taxi that would take him from the city drop to the building, and he had to go 3 blocks in half an hour. Which, considering the amount of people on the streets and how much the lights will stop, or you get diverted down another direction.
Yeah. That's the reason why I left.
And one of the few times you'll see Mom sweating heavily as you arrive at the building.
Hey, you can find one, you? No, you're here now, just go in.
I take it people don't have wallets anymore.
They normally use the cred sticks, the
Comlink.
comlink. So you'll attach a lot of things to your comlink, and your comlink acts as your security for your devices.
I was wondering how pickpocketing works in this day and age. Or so.
If they pinch your comlink, they can get access to your data.
Okay.
But you generally don't want to lose that. And you can still your weapons, your gear, clothing, because sometimes the clothing's worth a lot, your modifications, because hey, I'm sure they could figure out how to remove that meat bit if they cut it a little further up.
Okay. All right. So the other way they make money is you take the other things. You don't take the money directly. Okay.
And then plus they can also do the tap and go while they're walking past you. If they can try that, if they can hack it correctly, they can walk off with a chunk of money. Because I'm sure most people have it set to, 5 credits is okay to tap. I don't need to put in a code for that in front of people. And hey, if everyone's got that and you walk past it, you could probably make 100 credits in a couple of steps.
Sounds like there's a lot of money potential in the cyber side.
Criminal-wise, there's a lot of ways you can make money. Especially if you got magic and you manipulate their minds. You owe me money. Oh, I'm sorry, I owe you money. Here, take it.
Should have developed that angle.
Okay, so yes, as you walk into the room, you see the receptionist sort of hand over a big red button looking at your party troll. Because, hey, a lot of these people are afraid of trolls still. And you
It's alright, we've got a big fluffy dog with us, makes it look very friendly.
And you see her hair colour changes to a bright yellow and all that sort of thing because, hey, they like to have their digital showy effects.
Like, does it work like a mood ring? Is she currently happy?
Exactly like a mood ring.
Okay.
So bright yellow is more fearful.
Ah.
Green is normally seen as a good colouring, whereas red is normally seen as hostile. But she has that plastered on smile where I'm sure she's practiced this one for many a time when she meets difficult customers. And she has that disappointed tone in her voice of saying, "We have a room ready for you, sirs."
Thank you.
As she directs you to a booth saying the technicians are waiting to assist you. As she shudders as she feels the troll walking past. You sort of see the drink on her thing shake. Think like the T-Rex in Jurassic Park. You see the rings go.
Yeah.
Well, the troll's weight is measured in tons,
No.
not kilograms.
Okay. Gee.
Yeah,
So,
and I'm also small for a troll too.
so a troll falling on you is a life event.
Okay.
Normally life-ending event, but it's still a life event.
I was assuming Raven's about 50 kilos, so that's probably a fraction from Mom's weight.
You're thinking the troll would be anywhere from 1 to 10,000 kilo.
Okay, all right. So I'm just a tiny little thing next to him. Okay.
So if the troll was to lie down, he would barely fit in the space of a car park.
Okay.
Desmond will walk in. He'll lay on the car for the secretary and receptionist, I should say, and keep it calm.
Okay, so I'm going to give Desrin a charm roll.
Okay.
So what is Desrin's charm?
3 yellow, 1 green, and he's happy to hand over a few credits, make them 200 to make it an extra 4 successes.
Extra 4 successes? Okay. Yep. So would you like...
Sorry, it's upgrade ability 4 times.
Would you like one of the players to roll for you, or would you like me to roll for you?
Either one.
And would you like to spend one of the 6 life points to upgrade?
I think that we're now looking at 4 yellow and 3 green, so I'm hoping that it should be simple enough.
It's 5 yellow and... how many green did you say there were?
It starts as 3 yellow, 1 green.
Yep.
But then upgrade 4 times.
Upgrade 4 times means you add 2 yellow. So basically,
okay, yep.
Basically 2 upgrades is a yellow dice, no matter what you are. Okay, so it looks like it's definitely no bad stuff. So these 2 are cancelled out, and that means you have. Oops, sorry. You have 6 net successes on your charm. Let's see what that might do to her.
Well, okay, he's saying the fact that, hey, love, yeah, okay. It's all fine.
Okay, so,
later.
She generally, gets you to come over and then does the whole give you her virtual contact number, then gives you an actual business card thing with her details on it as well, which is, hey, means she's probably spent the equivalent of 5 credits on the information she's just given you. Most people don't use business cards anymore.
While this is going on, I want to, is there anything on the desk or in the environment that is unattended and would be worth disappearing?
Well, there's a whole lot of data chips on display being held up at this stage.
Data chips, what are they?
So they're the equivalent of USB, but I imagine they have specific information on there. So it may be a chip might be your meeting room is in a beach property, and everyone is it's like this huge rich property.
Okay.
Or it might be the equivalent of you're in the Paris Art Museum in front of a specific painting.
Okay. If it's possible to swipe some without being seen, maybe, but otherwise they don't sound like they've got a lot of resale value. They sound like they're too specific.
Well, this is all about a virtual environment for you.
Okay.
And we have just joining us is M. How are you doing, M?
Hey, good. Yeah, getting there.
Yeah.
So would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I play Bolt, your ever-lovable but slightly sick today puppy. And not the sharp Bolt in the shed. Also occasionally plays Hello, the Spider of Desmond Tower and the other resident hacker of the group.
And just to give you a quick update, you have been invited along to a virtual meeting at the building that houses the Matrix for Seattle.
Oh, sweet.
And where you're going to be in a virtual meeting room which is designed to be hack-proof as well as safe. And if someone other than MBN pulls a gun, they're likely to be dead before they get it past their holster.
Yeah.
So people have been hinted at not to pull weapons or show sharp teeth and claws. And Desrin just got himself a very interested, serious girlfriend.
But would it be a charm skill just to make myself look less intimidating?
A bit hard because some of the people are horrified at the thought of trolls, and the fact she didn't push the button and actually have them come in and shoot you was a great restraint on her part.
Yeah. Put on a pair of glasses.
I do have a pair of glasses.
Turn back into the old Asian man you were at the volcano.
So now that you're in the high society area, the fear of what trolls can do to people is massive.
Yeah, it's the thing is that's where my proper upbringing comes in.
Yeah, that's right. Pair of glasses and a party hair on the other side.
In many companies, you will be fine. In others, you will basically be the equivalent of nightmare for them. So no matter how well you're dressed, it's like the devil is showing up to make you deal. Okay, so M, did you have any questions you wanted to find out before we continue on?
No, I'll just wing it, I guess.
All good. Okay, so after seeing Desrin get yet another girl swoon over him, and Womp trying to do the charming thing as he's going past to say how debonair he is, as you're hearing the tiles crack under each step. You can literally see his footsteps into the room.
And this is in the virtual world?
This is the
We've gone to the physical location to do a virtual meeting.
Oh, okay, right.
Yes, so
basically, virtual meeting room within a physical building.
in a building designed to be anonymous and safe, as long as you can pay, and you're not doing anything against NBN. Okay, so as you get in there, there is a bunch of techs, one for each of you except for Womp, who has 6. As apparently they are busily moving his chair out and bringing in a couple of crates with padding. Each of you who has a data port gets the elite comfortable chair that is designed to integrate into your systems.
Yeah.
I don't think mine's strong.
They can take that advantage.
And so this is the sort of thing that Hollow's been wanting to buy, but she's not had the 6 figures to throw away on a single chair.
But Desrin now has the contact to get one.
Yeah, not yet anyway.
But she doesn't have the 6 figures to do so. And if she's trying to buy it on the side, it would probably cost a lot more. Because the hackers really like these chairs, it has a lot of bonuses for them. Then they have the plush chairs for those who don't actually have cyberware. It doesn't move much for you, it's just comfy to sit in, and it has a almost a Doc Brown Back to the Future helmet that sits on your head to do the equivalent of a data jack into the head. They say that they tell you to remind you of how the things work. Once the door locks, you will be sent into cyberspace, into the virtual meeting room. If the room is breached in any way, it will bring you out straight away. And as you're not actually traveling anywhere except from here to your destination, there's generally no dump shock. And then they add the reminder that any form of hacking or breaching the security protocols of the system will also result in being dumped out and security being called.
So basically, Hollow's being told, look but no touchy, or look but no hacky.
Look but no hacky, because and they also seem to have scanned each of you, so they have a augmented reality picture pop up next to where they've got you of your avatar for going into the system.
Cool.
Except for when they look at 404, it seems to be wearing a Gen Techie outfit, showing basically construction worker.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Can I customize my avatar?
Well, they say, isn't that your custom avatar?
It used to be. Can we get a new one?
I'm sure they can work something in there. They try to do stuff, but it keeps having a warning, warning, warning. It's like, I'm sorry, sir, but apparently this is connected to your genetic identity.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Warning, avatar not found.
No, it's more change denied.
Yep.
He had an avatar, he just can't change it. And is Bolt in his human appearance?
I'm going to presume when Desrin has said no fangs or claws, that he's been like, I should be in human form, don't I?
You're going down the street to, and the main reason people are attending is because if you're not there for the first meet, you're probably not going to get paid. So, because I was discussing the possibility of people who didn't want to actually go in the Matrix, they could go there as physical security within the meeting room, but then the realisation that, well, actually, security doesn't get paid as part of the offer, so.
And you do see standing outside your door a couple of those really pretty model-esque mercenary guards, each holding what looks to be weapons that haven't made it to the market yet. The sort of weapons that apparently can fire around corners and still hit their target.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're literally shooting away from the target.
Mm.
But of course, I'm sure that's only hype and movie magic.
Bolt eyes them with suspicion.
Okay, they ask you if you have any questions before they close the door and activate the simulation.
How do we get out?
All you need is someone to say exit and it will shut down.
Okay.
So that will terminate it for everyone.
I don't know much about this stuff, so does that sound plausible to me?
I'd probably say you have no idea.
I have no idea. Okay. I'll keep it in mind in case it does work.
You're more magic oriented.
Yeah, I know. So, no, I don't think I've ever been in one of these things before.
The rest of the party have not either.
Okay.
I'm sure Hollow is very about them.
I assuming they have and they know what's going on, whereas I don't.
I'm sure Hollow's been in something similar, but not quite this fancy.
So the idea of a virtual meeting room is certainly something that most people would have actually witnessed. The concept of a specialised virtual meeting room, less so. But I mean, because there was one of the hacker bars we came across at one point, wasn't there? But
Yeah.
I can't see any other entrances or exits. It seems like there's just a one-way in.
There is a one-way in, and the door is about, probably say about half a metre thick.
Yeah, it looks a lot like a prison rather than anything else.
It feels more like a vault.
A vault. Yeah, okay.
And looking at the price coming in, this is probably maybe 1 to 5k per person normally.
Yeah. I'd rather be pinching from people than going into this thing. I really
Well,
would.
hey, at least you're told you weren't paying for it.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not paying for it. I wonder if they provide drinks.
You ask?
You can see Hollow's like drooling over the
refreshments?
like specialized chair, dreaming.
They say there is a tube attached to your helmet, and then all you have to do is virtually say what you want, and it will be delivered.
I'm feeling that I'm very skeptical about this whole thing.
I'm immediately thinking, like, how do I test the limits on this? And I'm thinking, do I say jet fuel? See if it actually gives me jet fuel.
Do you want to say that out loud?
Nope. But I know better than to drink jet fuel.
From experience?
Probably.
It's a fun party trick one time.
Okay, so after the difficulties of getting Womp ready, that they finally leave, and as the door shuts, everyone sort of has that sinking into cyberspace feeling that some of you haven't really experienced that much.
Hmm.
But most of you have done it more than once.
I have a question. I don't think Bolt's really been in cyberspace, has he?
You may have been once or twice, but this would probably be the most intense version of it.
Hmm.
Which means I wouldn't be surprised if he turns into Wolf Boy in the middle of it.
You kind of hear this like yelp come out of the corner.
Okay, so I would say that Womp, Bolt, and Raven and Desrin all feel a intense stab of pain as they go into the virtual space.
Okay. Look around for source of it.
You're unsure what the cause is. Desrin knows this is a common side effect of anyone with magic.
Hmm.
The more magic you have, the higher the pain, which means at this point, your magic rating is how many wounds you receive.
Okay.
Ouch. No wonder I yelped.
Okay. I'm wounded then.
Magic.
Would a resilient check help?
No. This is basically the result of a magically active person going into the virtual world.
Yeah. Not liking this one bit.
Yeah, it will happen every time you go into the virtual world.
I'm not going back to the virtual world. Is this what's involved?
Would a similar thing happen to tech people when they go into, like, the spirit realm or something?
Your cyberware, yes.
Yeah.
For every bit of cyberware you have, you will take damage.
But what if I am tech? Let's be fan out with that magic circle.
Which means you probably can't go into the into the magic realm.
Yeah.
Bad stuff may happen to you. Okay, so for instance with Raven would end up taking 4 points of damage.
Okay. That's not strain, that's something else, is
That's direct damage, yes, that you can't soak.
it? Okay.
That's considered wounds.
Okay. I didn't put a wound track on my
I take
character sheet.
6. Oh. So wouldn't Womp also take like 6?
I would like to take 6. No,
Oh,
I'll
you
take
got
7.
you got 7.
Mind you,
don't
I've got
you-
a lot more hit.
What's the effect of taking a wound? Does it give you penalties to things?
Wounds is how much damage you can take before you pass out and end up with a critical.
I've got a wound threshold of 12. What does that mean?
So once you reach 12 wounds, you pass out.
Okay.
It's essentially your hit points. You have like
Okay.
12 hit points.
All right. So I'm going to create a wound track.
Okay, so that means we have 6 damage on Bolt. We
Yes.
have 2 damage on Desrin. Womp takes 7.
7. Okay.
The
Poppy
two
takes
highest
6.
magic users, Womp and Bolt in the party.
And
Yeah.
What do you want, dog?
The dog requires love and attention.
It really does.
And whatever you are looking at, it is snacks.
It's like gurring at me because it wants to play. What? Are you gonna woo for everyone? You gonna woo woo woo?
But hey, I'm sure most of you would, next time you go into the Matrix, plan it better.
Angry dog.
Okay,
Do I
So,
know any protections you can take when you go into the Matrix?
You don't, but I'm sure Hollow knows all about a tranquilizer you can take if you're magically active to lessen the effects of it taking half the damage instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, Hollow, being distracted by all the shiny, forgot all about it. And now you find
That and nobody asked.
I've never been in the Matrix before.
Okay,
not fun.
so you find yourself in a room with a lot of teak colouring. That's the first thing you all notice after getting into the virtual space. It looks, smells, feels, and even has a taste of a office, of a nice space here, with high vaulted ceilings, recessed indirect lighting, deep plush carpets, gold brushed walls covered with priceless impressionist paintings. Finally, upholstered chairs for you to sit at, and looks like and a very large teak office table.
Oh, do I feel myself actually sitting?
Yes, you can actually feel everything around you as if you're there. It's why this virtual thing is so weird for people who never experience it normally. But it does feel a little off.
Yeah, it does. I'll try it. I'll try the refreshment thing. Clean water.
Okay, so yes, you have a glass appear before you on the table.
Does it look like it's clean water?
It does look like it's clean water.
Okay, take a sip.
As you take a sip, you can feel clean water in your mouth.
Okay. But it's not really water. I'm not getting a drink of water here, am I?
You can literally feel clean water in your mouth.
I can feel it, but this is all illusion, isn't it?
Is it?
That's what I think.
I think you have a matrix glass of water in front of you, but there's actually a tube in your mouth giving you water, like in the real world.
Okay.
Yep. I'm going to say tea, Earl Grey.
Okay, so you have a normal human-sized cup appear before you. No handle. Looking like it is so small you don't think the troll's finger will be even able to pick it up. Apparently there are some glitches in this virtual world.
Try asking for a bucket.
Yeah, that doesn't really work very well.
So you do have a person in Warm here saying, apparently you have asked for a tea Earl Grey. Would you like that upsized?
Yes, please.
Okay, you sort of see the cup just slowly grow on the table.
Does it like become longer, or does it get?
It's sort of like you've just hit that scale thing, and you know how you can zoom in, zoom out on stuff. It's like someone's zoomed in to make it bigger.
Hollow like watches it and waits for like to get to see if it gets pixelated. I want to see like how precise their model is.
His one doesn't get pixelated, but all the magic people sort of see a bit of a delay.
Mm.
Because, hey, magic processing does not quite work as well.
Hollow's like, oh, look at that throughput. Like, oh, that's amazing. No lag on my end.
Yes, the chair feels perfect. You can tell that your body is hydrated. You have all these biometrics visible that you can access at a swipe. You can even see yourself in the physical space. Apparently, the non-technical people haven't figured those controls out yet.
So I can't see myself then.
Oh, if you were accessing the,
Oh, okay, all right.
It's like I hit this menu, I hit that button, I do this, and up pops this screen, I move it that way.
So I can see a room. Can I see others in the room?
Oh, you can see the rest of the people. It's as if everyone's sitting around a conference table.
Yeah, except me.
No, including you.
I can see myself there.
You can see your hands, you can see your feet.
Okay.
It's as if you're sitting in the chair.
Okay.
And seeing through your avatar's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
If you turn your head around, your avatar turns its head around.
Okay.
But you're getting this lag each time you do so.
All right. So it sounds like a crappy system to me.
It does, yeah.
It's a crappy system.
And everyone sort of sees the magic people sort of jerk about as they move around, as if there's something wrong with their connection.
Yeah.
And the amusing thing is, that's actually in the Shadowrun lore.
Basically, everyone thinks Hollow is a liar. Or at least the magic users are.
Well, Nero and 404 are having no problems whatsoever, as is Jane.
But can we see they're not having problems?
Hard to tell because you've got the delay and everything.
Yeah, so I think we're all having problems as far as I can tell.
I will attempt to not overload their systems. I just spawning in like glasses of water constantly.
I'd actually like something better to eat or drink, but I don't trust the system to try it. I'm thinking of a green squishy, but I'm not going to ask for it because I don't trust it.
You don't want Jello shots?
Okay, you have this pop-up saying, "Would you like a green squishy?"
No.
Apparently, it's also thought activated.
Okay. That really does my mind excited. What do I think about then?
It has, what would you like to think about? Here are some options, and starts listing all these different options.
Okay. I try to meditate and clear my mind of all thought. I don't know if that's a skill.
Discipline.
Discipline. It's a discipline check, is it?
Yep. Because that's the ability to not think about stuff or be afraid.
Okay.
And while you're starting to try to meditate, you see on the table appears an antique telephone that starts to ring.
Have we ever seen something like that before?
No. For most of you, unless
it goes
you're
like a bell ring or anything.
Well, it's basically the old dial phones.
Okay.
With the big receiver on top, which looks brass.
Okay.
Everything looks brass.
Oh, okay.
And when it rings, it jiggles about.
And ask like how antique is it? Like the first telephone ones, or like the
the one with the big stick and the speaker, or the microphone and the speaker.
Yes. They can all pick it up and say,
antiques are
meeting
worth
someone.
Antiques are worth a lot.
And as you pick it up, you see people start to appear in the chairs opposite you. Confusing Desmond a little bit until he realizes that was the indication that they were ready to join the call.
Or if all was spawn in a milkshake.
Stretch my arm out. What is the
Who's
symbiote?
materialised on the other side?
Okay, as most of you with magic have the equivalent of a bad trip.
I stretch my arm out. What does it look like I'm wearing on my arm?
As you stretch your arm out, your arm is sort of out in, going in between,
Okay.
moving to the left and to the right, fingers on the wrong side, on the right side.
This is just... Yeah, bad trip.
And
Refocus, please, people.
you see someone appearing in front of you, looking like they're made out of milky glass, wearing a finely constructed translucent gold armor in the ancient Greek style over a tunic of sheer silk, with hair the colour of spun gold, wispy and floating lightly in an imaginary breeze. Her eyes are cool bluer sky. Behind her, the conference room seems to be flickering, struggling to keep up with the detail of her avatar. She seems to have a confused look looking at you.
A couple of us are magic users. Do you mind using... No offense, but do you mind using a less complex avatar? We have a few magic users with us, and you might be a bit laggy for them.
Okay, so as she's talking, as the mouth is moving, you're hearing the words come in haltingly later. She seems to be out of sync to her audio. As she's talking,
Everyone? Is he out of sync for everybody or just the magic users?
it appears to be out of sync for everybody. As she's saying, issue with connection, trying to fix issue.
Your avatar is overloading it. I understand you want to look good for the meeting, but system can't handle your current avatar. Do you have a lesser glorious one that you can use?
I'm going to pick up the phone to call technician saying, what kind of setup you running here? You're supposed to be running a meeting?
You get a response from the tech person saying, currently working on the issue, have logged it at the level 1 help desk, we'll get back to you shortly. Please enjoy a refreshment on the house. Okay, so you sort of see a one of those exclamation marks over her with that warning sign as it's slowly rotating as she's sort of moving a bit jaggedly until it sort of says connection established as she sits down with that surprised look again and seems to be moving smoothly again for all of those who aren't magical.
That's better.
She says, seems to have problems doing a connection between the corporations.
So was that just her avatar, or was she not working properly?
She said that she says that her connection wasn't getting through.
Yeah.
She asks if you have any.
But you think so okay because you told us to come here in the physical form.
Yeah, she's not in Seattle. Okay, so you can call her Diana, and she would.
Are you Mr. Johnson?
Well, she says that is the name of her avatar, and she would like to hear about any skill sets you may have to make sure you're able to meet her job requirements before she tells you the job.
What are the job requirements?
It says she wants to know what skill sets you have before she tells
What
you.
are the job requirements, though? She said you're meeting the job requirements.
Well, she says she wants to know what skills you have to see if
You made contact. You made contact with our colleague. He put you in contact with us because he's aware of our skill sets. He would not have contacted us if he was not confident that you'd be able to provide the skill set required. Did you not inform him what was needed?
no, she informed him she needed a competent group of runners to do a complex task for her.
We're here. We have personnel and staffing that can cover all bases, all situations. Anything, anywhere, anytime.
Okay, so she says if that's the case, then she will get down to business of what she's after.
What is it you're looking for, so that we can work out what the price is worthwhile?
Okay, just trying to read through this so I can actually catch up. Because it goes into a lot of detail about things that aren't necessary. Okay, so to start with, she is wanting to find a young girl by the name of Fayette Myers.
Fayette Meyer, was it?
Yes. So FAYETTEMYERS. Okay, as she's saying that, you can sort of see the words appear behind her, and you also get a location, Rhododendron Conservatory.
Rhododendron.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't get the word out myself. And basically, she has gone missing from that location.
Rhododendron Corporation, was it?
Rhododendron Conservatory.
A conservatory.
We recognise that as a location
I believe that's a place in Seattle.
in Seattle.
When did she
Conservatory,
go
we're
missing?
talking like a conservatory of music, like a school type situation? Is that?
I believe it's a school or a visit, because sometimes conservatory is where the schools visit.
When did she go missing?
She gives you the date. I believe it was either 1 to 2 days missing.
What 1 to 2 days missing doesn't seem like very long unless there's been a note or something left.
Well, she is responsible for her safety and education. So she would basically like her to be. Basically, the school is the conservatory. She'd like her to be back at the school.
Have you contacted Night around?
Yes, they don't seem to see the need to investigate at this stage, because they put it down to teenagers being teenagers.
So how old is she?
I believe she... Trying to read ahead enough since...
Does she have any cybernetics?
I would say no. And I'd put her at maybe 15, 16, unless I find out later that she's not, because that would have been handy to have in the description of the details you need to know.
Okay, but yes, so presumably, yes, she's a teenager.
Okay, so the details she provides about the person is Fayette attended the Rhododendron Conservatory in Bellevue's Inglewood District near Lake Washington. She roomed in the Oxus Hall dormitory. She has been missing... Okay, so she's been missing since this morning, but the last contact she had was 1 to 2 days ago. and she spoke
That then
with
explains why neither auntie can interested yet, if she's only gone this morning.
Chi Chi, one of her roommates, though she will not. You got a holo vid of her, so you can get a picture of what she looks like. Oh, actually, a animated picture, so you can actually do
A 3D image,
of gait analysis, face analysis, and all that sort of stuff.
Why us? Why do you get a group like us to try to track her down?
Because failing to get Lone Star or Night Errant interested, she needs to make sure that her ward is safe, because a promise she made to her sister.
So if you're saying that you heard from her 24 to 48 hours ago, what makes you think that she's missing now?
Because they had a scheduled check-in.
So you regularly talk with her every 24, 48 hours?
Based on her schedule, she arranges to catch up with her on particular days, and generally catches up on what she's up to. Does she need anything? How's her classes going? Does she need
And she's never had to reschedule or she's never had to miss or reschedule one of these appointments previously?
If she has, she's contacted her. She's never not attended and left no information.
Why are Lodestar and Nodoran not interested?
Well, Lone Star is the police force of Seattle,
Okay.
and as far as they're concerned, there is not enough wait time.
Okay.
So like I say, typical missing persons can't be recorded until 48, 24 hours, whatever it is.
I get that. I didn't know what Lodestar was.
And Night Errant, who
Yeah.
want to be the police force of Seattle, have the same opinion. It's a teenager at a school. They go missing. They'll show up.
Or they go off the grid for 6 hours, they have a binge, and they're out partying the night before. So.
Would it also be their social level as well? So, for instance, if it happened to be the son of the corporate, they would definitely be looking at it. But if it was a local,
if it was the son of the corporate, it would never go out to an external company.
Again, the corporation would be doing like a corporate security bit. We wouldn't hear about it.
The moment corporate security get involved, whoever is responsible for them not showing up in time generally disappears. She's actually authorized to pay $10K each up front and additional $20K upon her safe return.
We'll talk about money in a second, but I just want to confirm if there's any other details of information. Is the friends, colleagues, family that we should be trying to catch up with?
She says she's moved to Seattle from New York, so she has no connections there. What you doing, buddy?
The Rhododendron Conservatory, will they be expecting us to visit and ask questions?
She will give them a heads up. She's having people look into it. She gives you a ID to reference, so you can access student files relating to her.
Have the conservatory given indication as to her whereabouts?
Again, they think it's too early.
Yeah, they haven't sent on an excursion or anything like that sort of stuff?
They have not sent her out on an excursion.
So you're saying she just was recently moved to Seattle? We're talking days, weeks, months?
She moved at the start of the student year in, I'd probably say, August last year.
Was she happy about the move?
Did we say it was
her
is that the
choice.
1st of June at the moment, or 2nd of June?
It is. She's at the end of her year.
So
Okay, so she's actually been around for almost a year. So,
she would be close to exams at this stage.
Yeah,
she
but
wanted to come
and she's never mentioned any friends or colleagues that she's met since the in the last year.
She does say she has mentioned a boyfriend, but not said who.
Right. And so the probability of hanging out with the boyfriend overnight?
Possible, but then she would still contact.
Look it up.
Are you going to jump or are you just going to sit there?
He is capable of jumping up.
Mm.
But it can be a bit heavy sometimes.
Jump up.
Is there any reason you know of why someone might want to abduct her?
She probably has a perceived as having money.
Okay.
So someone may try to get money or extort money, which is why she would rather hire professionals to make sure those people regret their life choices.
There are a lot of people like that at Rotary End Conservatory who'd meet that, who would meet it. Why select out Fayette?
She does not know. But again, it might be because she's not high profile enough to have corporate sponsorship.
Okay.
So getting back to the your preferences and desires of outcome and the costs therefore involved. You mentioned that you were looking for some justice to be served upon those who have taken, if she has been taken. Aside from getting a safe return, you're looking for some justice upon that organisation or persons?
She says you're free to do whatever you feel appropriate to whoever has caused her harm in any way. She may give a bonus depending on what they did and what you do.
Do we have access to any personal items of hers?
Unless it's in her room. She may not be able to get you access into her room because it is shared.
But the
Makes
conservatory is
life a little
restricting our
bit
presence.
Oh, that makes trying a little bit difficult, but not impossible.
But you said the conservatory was expecting our presence.
You've been given details. They've been told she's got someone looking into it.
Okay.
And she gives you a Dropbox to leave any sort of questions or progress reports. Because she would like her back in time to finish her exams.
About to ask the question of yes, is there any particular event coming up that she needs to be attending?
She's got one. Her exams are due in a week, but we may be able to delay that an extra week. So you've got 1 to 2 weeks to be able to return her to the conservatory.
No, that should certainly be feasible. So,
even if you are late, she will still pay, but she may give you a bonus if you can help her. A couple of undisclosed bonuses.
That's right. Desmond's going to be doing a negotiation with her to talk about the baseline pay. The bonuses are another thing, but the baseline pay.
Notice there's no details on those descriptions.
Considering the fact that she's apparently forced us to come in here, which is actually quite a painful situation for some of us. And then made us wait coming in. So, Desmond's going to attempt a negotiation check to try and up the base rates.
Okay, before you do that, I may give you a perception check. What is your perception?
Well, normally 2 yellow and 1 green, but I'm guessing Cyber Eye probably doesn't make any effect on this perception. So it'll be 1 yellow and 1 green.
I would say it does because you're used to extra data.
Okay.
Technically, you can still access similar sort of data in the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 yellow and 1 green.
And hey, we might as well take a strain and we'll upgrade it to 3 yellow.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll upgrade.
Again, I roll no failures. Okay.
Yeah.
So you take an extra strain from the system, getting the extra info dumped into you, a little more than you were expecting.
Mm-hmm.
You can also tell from how she's talking and explaining stuff, this is probably her first time as a Johnson.
I already worked that out. In fact, she gave it a name rather than misgame.
Sometimes people use avatars, and you do know that is a common thing amongst Matrix things from Hollywood.
Exactly. It's still not necessarily her real name, but hey.
And
it's not the Shadowrun bits.
And the avatar itself may not be unique. It may be a hired avatar.
Okay. Considering the avatar we're providing at the moment, I'm guessing it could.
I mean, I look like a construction worker.
So,
and so you have a feeling she may not even have much fun at the moment to go up or down depending on her access. It's basically she's probably told you most of her discretionary funds, but you may be able to negotiate other things from her.
The Rhododendron Conservatory, what do we know about accessibility in that place? Is it like a gated community, really hard to get into? What's it like?
Being a place for students, it would be definitely with its weapon detectors, facial and voice recognition.
Is it a place that any of us have heard of before? Like potentially Womp is a
I would probably say
thing?
Probably say Womp has heard of it, but he hasn't got access because he's not a student there.
No, but like he knows the type of school we're talking, an elite private organisation.
A private boarding school, I believe.
The equivalent of private boarding school, yes.
Yes, okay. That's good when I got the impression I was a player, but
And it basically would be a hard target if you're looking at breaking and entering here. It's a hard target.
Not compared to targets that we often target here too. But.
I'm just trying to assess it. You know, like
you would probably be able to succeed, but being tagged or known about afterwards would be possible.
Yeah. So not impossible, but difficult and risky.
Risky, not impossible. The sense of you will leave a trail. It will be very hard for even Hollow to scrub that.
Yeah. So.
And Hollow would probably say that the equivalent of it would be a permanent record of anyone who enters.
Yeah. So.
Which is probably why Hollow
that's a tag you don't want to have on your system.
Unless, of course, you can change how you appear. Or you're a generic clone.
Yeah, I wonder who that
I mean...
So you do have a few things to your advantage. Raven also has the advantage of you're not on any systems.
Mm.
So you'd be this nobody that would keep getting flagged back to here if you get picked up later somewhere else. Womp would basically set off alarms as soon as he's tagged because of his as technology connections. Bolt in wolf form would also set off alarms, given the fact that, hey, they don't have any wolf people on campus.
At least not declared. So Declan's going to attempt a negotiation to see what we can squeeze out, because obviously, apparently, time is of the essence if she's demanding, worried about it within hours, and the police aren't going to be interested yet, so...
Well, you sort of get the panic from her that the girl will miss her exams.
I'd just also add that every hour that goes by, the chances of her recovering her alive decrease, and so more incentives you could give to actually speed up the process would be, or any assistance you would give to enable us to do that. Just laying out the reality here.
Okay, so what is your negotiation?
I will. I'll take another strain to upgrade the skill check, so it's 4 yellow.
4
I
yellow.
won't bother with the grease palms to get the extra upgrades, but
Okay, so and I'll see if I can get her actual stats on this. She may actually be able to negotiate if I can actually find her details.
we'll always negotiate. Whether we negotiate successfully or profitably is a different question.
Okay, so she actually has some negotiation in her.
Okay.
Okay?
Would you like to upgrade your check?
This probably is this using one of the luck things?
It will give him a green dice. If it, because he has no green, it adds a green. If he's got a green, it turns into a yellow.
No, as I said, if I was worried about it, I'd put Director Credit in and get 4 upgrades.
Okay, so one of their bad dice does nothing. Another one just gets rid of advantages. And okay, so you have 1 next success and 3 advantages. Okay, so I'm just going to get back to that section where it gives me how much you'll do. Okay, so she'll be willing to put up it by 10%. Give you a 10% bonus.
Okay.
So instead of paying, so it's still 10k up front.
Is that 10k each or 10k for the group?
10k each.
That's a lot.
That sort of
As I
stuff.
said, it was worth getting dressed up for. You're in the
And
big leagues now.
so it would be instead of 20,000, you'd be getting 22,000.
Yeah.
So he did manage to get you 2,000 credits on returning her.
Okay.
So she will say she will add a 5k bonus, which reduces by 1,000 for each day that passes.
Is that a K? Is that 5k for everyone or 5k each?
As you'll say for everyone.
Okay, so it's not worth much at all.
Oh, each person gets it.
Yeah.
So you get 5k.
So it's basically a 25% bonus, the current bonus. So
And that reduction will start in 2 days. So if you find her over the weekend, up until Monday, you still get the 5k.
how is she doing in her studies? You mentioned the exams coming up. Does she have reason to be concerned about the results of the exams?
She should do well, assuming she hasn't been distracted and forgotten everything due to some sort of accident or illness.
Are you expecting she might be distracted?
She didn't. She's not there. Something's up.
Is there anybody who may want her to fail these exams? Like potential.
She does not know because, like all teenagers, they don't tell you everything.
I think, did they mention before, is she like the like connected to some big family?
She's basically refers to her as her niece, but she's also ward of her niece.
So, Fayette is your ward. Is there anyone like the estranged parent or someone else involved?
The both parents are dead.
Both parents are dead. No other relatives who might have an interest?
She says, not that she knows of.
No, someone else who didn't want to actually have custody of it?
Well, she was the one that her sister nominated.
Yeah, well, is any other siblings?
No other siblings.
Was
What about her other parent? Is siblings of the parent?
No other siblings of either parent.
Grandparents?
Well, of course, her grandparent has a sibling.
I'm just saying that's sounding a lot like a custody thing. Somebody's abducted.
I was gonna ask what was the cause of death for the parents? Was it an accident or was it just accident in quotation marks?
Well, she talks about it happening around the same time as the Mounts and Hallands activating last year.
So that was us. I don't say that out loud.
Related to that.
Okay. And you can't think of anybody who would have a motive to kidnap your ward?
She does not believe people should have a motive. She thinks it's foul play of some stage, most likely not related to her family life.
What about your work life? Any rival teachers that doesn't want her to succeed?
Most of her work does not know of her personal life. But I'm afraid she's run out of time on what she can talk about.
Yep.
If you can hurry up and get to it, she would be very appreciative with the bonuses.
Yep.
And there's no information on the boyfriend or potential boyfriend?
She does not.
Hmm.
She says it's a recent development.
And this system's giving you a splitty headache.
It is. And then to Hollow's shock, she just jacks out. You have the whole after image and fade. Which for those of magic people is just this whole really pixelization happen.
No, I'm tempted to use the trigger word to end the whole thing.
Well, I think it's time we exit.
And then everyone just dumps out and all the magic people headache is real.
Yeah, that's what I thought. What's the effect of having 4 wounds? Is that a penalty on everything?
4 wounds means you have 4 less ability.
There's no reduction in your capability.
It's just
to
hit points.
zero.
It's not. That doesn't give me penalties on die rolls or
The
anything.
only penalty you have is when it reaches 0.
Okay, all right.
So, you
So
also
again,
have
they're like D&D points.
Yeah,
You also have the strain, which is mental.
Yeah.
And you're surprised it's actual physical damage, but then magic and tech don't work well together.
Yeah. Am I bleeding?
Yes, you have blood out the nose.
Okay. I'll do my best to clean it up and cover it up.
You also notice Desrin, Womp, and Bolt have the same.
Yeah,
Are they
okay.
bleeding more?
I'd probably say that Womp is bleeding the most.
But isn't what
That
biggest and
makes
therefore
sense.
probably can take a lot more wounds.
Yeah.
Okay, the door opens up, and you are greeted by the tech staff who help you get out of your gear.
Okay.
Declan will be happy to get out quickly because
Do you have any?
they can certainly not lift up to the brochure.
Do you have any first aid supplies?
Oh yes, we can give you a stimulant which will hopefully get rid of any of those problems. Would you like one?
I don't think I
tissue.
trust. I don't think I trust them. No, I think I can do without a stimulant.
Because they've got one of those things with one of those long needles.
Do I recognise it?
It is a stim, but it looks suspiciously like a painful stim.
Okay. I say no, thank you. I don't trust them.
Does Womp wish to have a one of their healing stims?
No, I have one myself. I grab out a impact and, I should say, med patch and hit myself with it.
You've got the troll grade med patch,
Yep.
which would actually cause damage on most other people.
If there's actually one of these stim packs lying around, I might steal one. But just because I don't want to use it doesn't mean I don't want to sell it.
Okay, so there probably was some pouches in the side of the chair that you could have stolen from.
I didn't realise there was anything in the chair.
Could have stolen some really expensive wine, just have your tube siphoned off.
But you could have the equivalent of a flask and the thing, and instead of actually drinking it, you walk off with the booze.
How would I know whether I've got 10,000 credits or not? Is there something I'd check?
You would check to see if you've got something, but they would actually have I'd probably say a silver cred stick waiting for each of you at reception.
Okay.
We get breadsticks. Oh, you said... I heard breadsticks. I was like, why do they have silver breadsticks?
They're French.
I'm sure it is a French cred stick.
Cred stick, okay. I did hear bread stick as well, but, cred stick.
Like, why are we getting breadsticks?
Oh, it was lunchtime.
Does Womp have like a full-on baguette that's his?
No, he gets the same size as everyone else. One size fits all.
Well, Declan's going to be moving quickly out. He'll give Justine, the receptionist, the finger pistol shot, saying, "Catch you later, Justine." And
Go.
She checks if you need to validate your parking.
Why does this bring up the issue with that stupid security meme where you got that guy who goes, "Yep," to the receptionist, "Yep, all good," and if I did it, she'd be calling security.
Well, hey, a troll doing it is a threat. A pretty elf boy doing it is a promise.
Yeah. Okay.
In the
How
Orc
do we
underground, the elf will be treated like he's a leper.
What about the clone? Asking them. Why do you look
Now we have just to
familiar?
work out how to get to this school.
Okay, so yes.
I'm saying we're heading back to Declan Tower to actually rest up, heal up a moment, like get a med patch and things like that.
Heal up. If we can get somewhere private, I can basically heal everybody up.
Well, that's why he's going back to Declan Tower.
Plus, you also would want to change clothes and get gear that you couldn't take into downtown.
The conservatories at Bellevue, that's next door to the Redmond Barrens.
Oh, okay. I thought it was actually. Fair
So
enough.
you have
One of the,
really rich
the
suburbs
dichotomy
next
of
to really
Seattle
poor
is you've got the super rich high class neighbourhood right next door to the Barrens.
I thought, yeah.
So it's basically rich people next to servants.
Okay. Well, I'm changing out of this stupid suit. I might sell it though.
It was the vending machine suit. It's probably like 10 credits.
Yeah.
No, probably 5.
To take a
Resale.
picture of a random good-looking person saying previously worn by.
Just ask one of the guards to hold it up.
So clothes are dirt cheap, is what you're telling me?
Well, it's disposable clothes. If you get hit in a acid rain, it would probably just burn right away.
Hey, it was here
dissolve in normal
in
rain?
normal rain, it'd probably disappear. The fact that it's all acid rain here in Seattle now is irrelevant, but
You sort of expect
if
that
you get it wet, it probably disintegrates.
You expect that clothing to last for a couple of days or until you wash it.
Okay, it doesn't sound like clothing, but anyway.
They have
So
disposable
the only
clothing.
reason,
Those are all clothing. It sounds like paper, almost.
It is mostly made out of paper.
Okay.
It's clothing that comes on a roll. You just roll out a new shirt each day
So
and
it's
rip it
paper, it's flammable.
It is, yes.
Okay.
off. I mean, normal
Might be
clothes
worth
are
keeping
flammable.
for. Might be keeping it for. Well, more flammable than most clothes. It catches easily.
So you can just say flame on?
No, I'm not going to burn it now.
You still got to wear something when you get home.
I'll change into real clothes later. Yeah, once we're out of clothes.
Okay, so most of you have no problems getting back to Desrin Tower.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Womp is delayed by an extra hour trying to get a spot on the subway going out of the city centre.
Okay, how far is it from Desrin Tower to the
Conservatory.
conservatory?
Probably about 10-20 minutes by car.
Okay, all right,
You could probably walk there in about 2 or 3 hours.
all right. Well, time seems to be of the essence.
well, to chase down a teenager that's stayed out late.
Okay, so getting back to your place, is there anything you guys wish to do? I'm just gonna
Start assembling my mech.
We could divide it into two groups. One group go to conservatory to question people. The other group do the IT type investigation. I'm just a suggestion. I don't know what you can get out of IT investigations in this world, but I suppose whether or not we'd need information to start things like looking at social media or its equivalents or that sort of thing.
Just send out a facial recognition scan across all CCT over the last couple of days.
Okay, so we've got people who are slightly injured.
But we've been told wounds don't really matter all that much.
So by the time Womp shows up, it'll be time to go off to the conservatory.
It's alright, I could just... I could just click my fingers and they heal.
Well, that's impressive.
That's magic for you.
Yep, so I shall do a low level heal and use blast. That'd be 2 purple.
Martin's getting a drink at the moment, so
Yeah.
Does it have any difference with Desmond being involved in the healing?
No, because I'm doing an area effect.
Yep,
It's different.
You're not focusing on him, so therefore, yep, happy with that.
So, Ross, who are you including in the area effect?
Martin just asked.
It's with blast. It's basically everyone in the area effect.
Because you'll be
doesn't
taking the
live-
penalties of every tech person in your area of effect.
The tech people stay.
Okay, in that case, I'll just change it to targets then. It's the same thing. So it was only
I think it's 4 of us.
Raven, Poppy, Desrin, and Womp, and Bolt.
And the difficulty will be based on whoever provides the highest difficulty for healing.
But given Poppy's not actually here, you probably don't need to heal him at this stage.
I thought it was only Raven and
Raven, Bolt, and you.
and Bolt. Oh, I'm not healing myself.
Oh, okay.
So Raven, Bolt, Desrin.
I'm not healing Desrin.
Okay.
Desrin makes it difficult because he's bloody got cybernetics.
So there's just me and Bolt.
That's cool.
Yep. And that just makes the difficulty of 2 purple.
Just out of curiosity, why aren't you healing yourself? Do you regenerate or something?
Are you asking as a player or as a character?
I'm asking for someone who knows very little about the game system.
Yeah, no, so as a player, that's difficult because the point is he probably wouldn't answer the question of the character if the character asked.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think. I thought it was pretty obvious. I was asking about the game system.
It does make it difficult if I do it to myself because I also then have to increase the silhouette.
He's cursed, that means that it makes it harder for him to make it quite
so
himself.
special things about your character that would mean healing yourself's really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's med-packed himself.
Right, so Desmond's certainly going to get a med pack or an auto dock on himself when we get back to Desmond, or dead shot. So
That's a lot of dice.
That's the positive dice. Plus re-roll one of the white. And okay, so you're going for the heal.
I'm just going for a basic heal with additional target.
Okay.
but he's not doing Desmond.
Well, I can. Look, currently it's only I've only got additional target as selected as once.
Yeah.
But it's the sort of thing that I would expect that Desmond's probably healed by the time you get there anyway, because he'll go through for his auto dock. So.
And most of them will also have got the any strain they had recovered in that time.
Yeah.
But hey, most of you didn't take strain.
Desmond was the only one working.
A lot of blanks there.
Blanks aren't bad.
On good dice there. On good dice they're bad though.
Well, I think it's not good.
To check on mine. No, wrong one.
Okay, so technically I believe you can heal an extra person with advantages.
Yeah. Also, I shall take 2 additional strain as well.
And what's the extra strain from?
That's from Magic Healer.
And what will it do?
That will heal an additional 3 wounds.
Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 6. So 6 base wounds. Do you wish to spend extra magic points? You have 3 magic points that can take it up to 9. But 6 is enough for how much damage people have.
Yeah, I'll just spend the bare minimum.
Okay, so who do you target with that?
That was Raven and Bob.
And so you ignore Poppy.
Oh, Poppy was involved?
Poppy was there as well. I did say that earlier on.
Oh, okay. In that case, can I actually get use the advantages to get an additional person then?
You can.
Yep, I'll do that then.
Given Poppy the player isn't here, can be done some other time. You're saying that
If it's the same day, and you haven't advanced the day,
I'm just wondering how do you heal normally apart from magic?
normally you rest overnight, or you take drugs.
Okay, so how many wounds would resting overnight give someone?
You would normally recover 1 to 2.
Okay.
Not a huge amount.
And then if you got specializations like Doctor and that actually can help it a little bit more.
So moving back to the games of the mechanics, you've just done your healing because.
And I've taken 4 strain.
Okay, so Raven has no damage. Bolt has no damage, and Poppy has no damage.
Okay, that's impressive.
And Desrin was taking stims.
Oh, I could do a medicine check on him if he wants.
Okay. I was thinking like first aid from an auto doc was during the time while waiting for Bob to get there.
Yeah.
So,
So you've already pre-done it.
Yeah, okay. So not like basically bandaged up, not actually skin patches. So.
Okay, so put it down as a heal.
So like for 2 points, I'm not really right either way anyway. So.
Especially considering he could have done that more than an hour before Bob shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and yeah. So at the moment we've got our current leads are the Radiation Conservatorium, Conservatory, whatever they call it. We've got a couple of names to try and chase with Diana and Fayette. To see if there's any information on that.
I just suggested that we divide. Some people do online research, whatever that is, and some go to the conservatory to question people.
Yep.
Depending on what people's abilities are best at.
Again, I would suggest that anyone go to the conservatory if it's a upper class private boarding school type situation. Again, you don't want to look like riffraff. Okay.
So send the richer people and the clone.
Wouldn't be going there with open weapons and things. So,
So apparently the actual age of characters is left out because that's not important. Or it's put in a scene in one of the non-descriptive bits.
Okay. We'll just work on the assumption 15 or 16.
I would probably go with Prodigy's child.
What does that mean?
12, 13.
Exceptionally skilled, but poor.
so she's under there, it's under a scholarship type situation.
So in a sense of poor for that, meaning her parents don't have a 6-figure income.
Yeah, no, there's relative poor, but I say she's also probably there under a scholarship rather than parents paying the full price. So. Or rather, ward, because she's got no parents apparently. So.
Martin.
Mm-hmm.
without having a focus, how difficult it would be a scry?
You've been given a name. You've got a picture. Is it current?
Yep.
Who knows?
Yeah, that's one way to find out.
You may as well be trying to scry a sci-fi movie star in their full makeup as an alien.
Or maybe it might be a really good photo. Of course, it can electronic photo, being a hologram type stuff. So
you have no physical connection.
Yeah, but I do have a name. Just say, how common is that name?
Does social media exist?
Yep.
that's part of what the
Can we check if there's a social media presence for her?
IT check.
There's probably over 50 social media presences with that name. None of them show faces.
Yeah, I was going to ask if any of them look like her.
Most social media will use a favoured avatar.
Yeah, so it is a relatively common name as such. So we'll have to go for the personal item. Well, fair enough.
With the fact that most social media does not say where you are or where you were. They have learnt of the safety of misinformation or no information.
But I'm just thinking, we don't have a lot of information. We might get some clues by an IT type search. Social media or others.
I mean, Hollow is happy to run like a darknet search on her name, see if there's any ransoms or any chatter about, abducting a, conservatory student or something along the likes.
I would say the first one you'd want to look up is the name given to you by the Johnson.
Yeah, Diana. Like I said, Diana, Lafayette. The conservatory would be the three obvious first things to be looking for. So,
what is Hollow's hacking dice?
Hollow's hacking dice is... it would help if my screen didn't go black.
Would you like to roll? Would you like me to roll?
Oh, you can roll today. Hacking computers or sysops?
Computers for this one because Darknet.
4 yellow, 2 green. I don't know if that 7 blue is correct. I think it's still putting in a I think it's still putting in code breakers blue dice. So it should be 7 minus 4. Should be 3 blue dice, I think.
Oh, excuse me.
Because I have 4 in Codebreaker, which is decrypting communications, but it's still putting it in the
So you get
the general die pool.
2 from technical aptitude. You get you can start off with 2 successes and gain 2 threat if you wish to.
Yeah, that's the distinctive style. I was just about to say I'm considering doing that as well.
Okay, so
where's the 5th blue dice coming from then? If there's 7.
well, it says it's got 7, which sounds like it's doing bypass and codebreaker. But
bypass. Okay.
But it's not doing technical aptitude because it doesn't all add up correctly. Oh,
that's...
Yeah, it should add up to either 9 or a derivative of 2, 4, and 3.
Yeah.
So you
I thought it'd be 3, but
bypass security is not something you're doing here, and you're not.
Oh right, okay.
And you're not doing
yeah,
codebreaker
all right.
either.
So it'll be 2 then. Yeah. And I also will do distinctive style, which I take a. Is it a strain or
Two threat.
2 threat? Sorry.
So 2 automatic successes with two threat.
2 threat. Yeah.
Because they can't cancel each other out.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you wish to upgrade your check?
Not right now, no.
Okay, so you ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 net successes, which make your successes even better.
Yep.
Okay, so Diana is a hacker from 2040. So it's basically about 12 years since they've been big in the scene.
Yep. Does she have like a hacking name that I would have potentially known her by, or
Diana is
seen
the
around?
hacking. Diana is
Sorry?
the hacking name. That is the hacking.
Oh, Diana
name.
is a hacking name. Okay. Yeah.
It's the equivalent of an online handle for a major player about 12 years ago.
Huh. Hollow's intrigued.
Apparently she got burnt big time. It's believed someone killed her up close and personal 10 years ago. And the belief is the husband did it. A real wacko mage who worked for Az Technology. And it's believed he killed their little girl too. Relating to all that blood magic and Halpax turned sacrificial altars rumors.
Oh, so this could be bigger than we think?
And the name associated to the ID was Ali Ban. ELLEBANN.
Is there a name for the blood mage?
Would also be Van as well.
Van, V-A-R-N.
BANN.
V or B?
V. V for Victor.
V for Victor, V-A-N-N.
So this sounds like her parents that
You believe it's her parents?
Yep. So she's taken on the name of her mum's hacking name, or she was named after her mum's hacking name?
You believe that Johnson has used her sister's hacking name?
Oh, to mask her actual niece's name.
Not quite successfully, considering you've now traced it back, meaning you believe that the girl's last name might actually be Vana as well.
Yep.
But might not be using that as her name in the university, at the conservatory.
Well, name might have changed following what happened as a
Considering
way.
she's reported as dead.
Yeah.
The other the parents died like when the volcanoes were going off. So that was about 6 months ago, wasn't it?
It was. She died 10 years ago. The mother died 10 years ago. The father's still alive.
If the daughter was
She gave you misinformation because she's basically hiding the links to Az Technology.
if the young daughter didn't die 10 years ago, how old would she be now?
That would put her in the 16.
So our age. So it could actually be that mother and daughter didn't die.
You believe the reports of the mother dying is correct because of the fact she hasn't been hacking since then, and the person you had in the Matrix space was an amateur.
Okay.
Which is why I've been able to dig up quite a bit of information off what I've been given, presumably.
Especially considering if it really was that famous hacker, they would not have had a dodgy connection. It would have been perfect.
Yep.
Plus, they wouldn't have used such a public node to connect to you with. Even if it is guaranteed private, they would have found a way to not even use the Seattle network.
Okay, so Diana's probably dead, but her daughter probably isn't.
Her daughter's most likely at the conservatory,
Yeah.
and is the one missing.
And the Blood Mage still lives, as far as we know.
The Blood Mage most likely still lives.
Mm.
So suspect number 1 is Daddy Blood Mage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which means you may have to hack into as technology.
Oh, yay! I definitely will need Neuro's help for that, though.
Of course, that's not something you want to do lightly, because it will come back on you.
Yes, that's also true.
Partly because the building you're currently in is owned by as technology.
Why don't we just ask Desrin then? Hey, Desrin. Yeah, get us in the know.
This sounds like it might end with Aztec technology no longer being one of the big companies anymore. Either that or we boost their status.
Aztec is definitely still a major call.
Yes.
Yeah, but will they still be at the end of this? Normally, how these stories go is that they lose status at the end. Usually from being exposed by something else.
Aztec hasn't lost status yet.
And let's hope
Honestly,
it stays that
no,
way.
since we actually met one of the board members.
I think some of us should go to the conservatory and question people.
And you also have party members who believe as technology is being run by another great dragon, which means no matter what happens, however publicly shamed it is, it's very unlikely to go under. Considering as technology started from the was it cocaine fields? The drug smoke, the drug producers.
Okay, so Colombia type area.
Yes.
So, Colombian drug cartel making it big.
That is how the source of as technology's origin.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Do I get anything else? Other than that? Just the connection to technology, her mom and her dead mother and her very much alive father.
Okay, so you would probably have to make a contact with as technology you don't care about burning. Because for some reason this is probably going to embarrass them if it comes to light.
You're right. Maybe I'll talk to Desrin about that.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't need Desrin around.
He's not important.
He's not the in with as technology, not at all.
Okay, so I would probably say you'd be able to do a computer operations to see if you can find family related to Ali Van.
Yep. Computer sysops is the same role you had before, essentially.
Okay, so I'm assuming you don't have the ability to do the 2 successes and 2 threat.
I don't think this is a Star works in sysops, unless I'm missing something.
I don't think it does. I think it's a hacking one.
Yeah, right.
I think the idea of distinctive style is that, yes, you're doing illegal stuff, and you're doing it with the flair that makes it obvious that it's you that goes there all the time. So, you leave your calling card behind as you're doing it. So, it's less relevant if you're doing legal stuff.
That was quite the success with 5 net successes and an advantage.
Nice.
Okay, so you are able to track a family member down by the name of Marty Van, M-A-R-T-I.
Marty Man, did you
Van,
say?
V for Victor, A-double-N.
Oh, Marty Van, sorry, the same surname, yeah.
Also known as Martha Newblood. And she's the leader of one of the communities near North Cove called Shoalwater.
Huh.
Known for being crafty. She had a sister who got herself killed many years ago, which matches up to the timeline. Running Shadow or something like that. So Martha, also known as Marty, no one really knows why she changed her name, but she showed up at Shoalwater. She was with the name Martha Newblood and had a little girl with her. Must have been about 5 years old. Says it was her sister's kid, but that was like 10 years ago, so it does give the age of about 15, 16, depending on when the birthday was.
Yeah, so that presumably that Marty or Marilyn that we just, or she was the contact we were just talking with, presumably.
You believe that was the person pretending to be Diane?
Yes.
Especially considering no one's used that avatar for 10 years.
I'm surprised Hollow didn't recognize the avatar to begin with, but now that she's looking into it a bit more, she's like, okay, that makes a bit more sense why it was so flashy.
And as she stopped doing runs over 10 years ago, you've only really been in the scene the last 3 years.
Oh yeah, but like passing interest of like famous hackers aside,
so it's sort of like you believe she was a very competent hacker, but wasn't the elite Shadowrunner.
Yep.
Would have been Seattle known, just not world known.
Yep.
Much like you believe Hollow is now Seattle known.
Yep. Something she's still getting used to, presumably.
Besides hacking into the conservatory itself, you're not sure there's much more you can matrix search on these things because the partner never had the name connected anywhere. They may not even have gone by the name Van.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a pretty decent start, though.
Good. Although, sorry, have you done a search on the conservatory itself? Even just public information to initially work out, because when we're going to go and talk to them, as to, okay, exactly what the school is, does it specialise in any particular topics or subjects, what sort of students actually go there. Like I said, we make the assumption, being it's a private boarding school type stuff, that probably it's going to be high-level corp execs and stuff, but whether or not they do have sponsorship programs, things like that sort of stuff.
Be happy to do a high level net search for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll go with, there's not much on the net for it. You can find the net address. But there does not seem to be anything external to the site. You would need a login to see the details. Most of the stuff you read is they keep a type ship for Matrix. And they basically scrub any external postings of any information about the company.
Yeah. Presumably they're very, or trying to at least keep the students safe, presumably by doing that.
Sort of listed as exclusive, with the parents able to look at the internal stuff through personal logins.
Yeah, right. And our contact wasn't willing to give a personal login for that, was she?
Because you'd expect she may actually lose access if you use it.
Yeah.
So it might need biometric verification.
Presumably. Could I look up? She had mentioned a friend's name as well. The person she dorms with.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to look her up potentially?
Okay, so the name comes up with probably about maybe 2,000 different options for that person.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming they're using their real name.
Can't assume anything in this day and age, but yep.
That's a place to start, though.
Yeah. I mean, considering how big Seattle is, 2,000 people using that name is actually not all that much.
Yeah. Particularly not so you can narrow it down to those that apparently go to the observatory.
Well, that's about 2,000 who have roughly the right age, race, sort of thing. Not that you're really sure what race Cha Cha is.
There you go.
But also, from what we know of the conservatory, are they the sort of school that's likely to have orcs or trolls? Or even dwarves?
Well, I'd say no, but you never know.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying, like, with the knowledge and understanding what we're doing at the conservatory from the general information.
I would say yes, but each of those would be visible on their page.
That's right. So the fact that you haven't got information on it would be indicative of she's more likely to be human or possibly elf. That's the most common option.
And
Yeah.
you would expect that they would be front and center advertising metahumans because of it can be a draw to say, if you've got money, you can go here.
Of course, it might also be a drawback for the other people saying, "Oh no, I'm not sending my kid, my purebred human, to a place that has dogs."
And any pictures you get of it show it to be a fenced community.
Yeah.
Basically, no vehicles on premise. And 4 main buildings. So you've got a gymnasium and 3 halls.
So it's not a big school.
It is fairly large, considering it's taking up a big area of land for just 4 buildings.
Also, I don't know if Josh actually came through then, but his home absolutely buggered from his on-call.
We were expecting as such.
Yeah. But he's home, he's alive, sort of. Well, I don't think I'm going to get much more out of searches for this place unless we actually go there and ask in person.
It does.
That's certainly the next step. So.
It does have rumours of it being easy to enter as long as you go during daytimes. If you go in at night, you've basically got to show student ID and match biometrics.
It's it's technically it's a publicly accessible place, so as long as you're going there with at least a vaguely appropriate pretext, it should be okay because it's a school.
But haven't they already been notified that we'll be fronting up?
Yeah, sure. No, that's just it. We've got a reasonable pretense. So, but yeah, there's no reason to go there. There's no reason, at least on the first visit, to try and sneak in. We might as well go there openly and. I'm not necessarily certain we want to be telling everybody up front, but yes, we're here because
we're getting paid.
Fayette's ward asked us to investigate her apparent disappearance because I suspect the school probably is less than happy about students disappearing from their school, or even getting caught off on a bender somewhere in the Barrens or something. But yeah, I don't see that it should be. I wouldn't expect it should be difficult for us to get in.
Don't forget that we're also there's Blood Magic Daddy and that to be considerate of as well.
But I would also suggest that yes, it's not appropriate for everyone to be going.
And what did you want to ask, Ross?
Is there any auspicious dates or things that are happening that's happening soon that would be related with blood magic using forbidden law?
Okay, so what is your forbidden law?
3 yellow, 1 green.
Are you upgrading?
How many whites are there?
6.
Yeah, I'll upgrade.
Okay. You know, it's interesting, I have not rolled a single triumph. Okay, so, I'm sure you can make something up at this point, but you don't believe there is anything of importance that you remember.
It doesn't help that we really didn't do any much into blood magic. Oh well.
But hey, the searches for blood magic on your phone, I'm sure aren't going to come back to you.
I'm sure the only important date coming up will be in about 3 weeks' time for the summer solstice.
Okay,
Sure,
so
that's an important date for blood magic.
who is Desmond going to take with you? Is this a point where he can take Raven as one of those potential students
Mm-hmm.
as an excuse?
Yep, okay, so Desmond will be dressed up in neat and appropriate. Raven can probably get dressed up in somewhat in his normal street clothes, but I aim to make them slightly dressier than normal on the sense of the deliberately rebelling against.
I think her normal clothes would actually suit as I'm a rebellious teen who doesn't want to go here.
That's right, exactly. So.
Does that suit Gary?
Yeah, I think she's a bit older than a teen, but she might be able to pass for one.
Well, 19 is still a teen.
And let's face it, if you're apparently family with an elf, age might be difficult to tell anyway. So, even if you're not actually an elf. So, and like yes, I would suggest that there's no real reason, except for the fact the players aren't here, why we wouldn't also have Nero and Poppy. So, as characters that definitely can also fit in high society. Bolt can come along with the as
Puppy support?
yeah, emotional support dog. Having being dragged into the this disastrous place. I'm sure that our little girl needs a puppy support dog.
Always happy to become Pomeranian Bolt. Actually, that's a question one. If I become become a form enough times, does it become a natural form,
Not
or is
for
it something
you.
I still have to learn?
Still have to do it as a cast. You can't just change into it.
Yeah, right.
You've only got 3 natural forms.
But I also know the eagle and the rabbit as forms as well. But do I have to cast those still?
Technically, you have to cast them every time.
Right. Okay.
We've hand waved it a few times for you, but you can.
Well, the kind of sort of thing. The cast is not normally going to be difficult under most circumstances, unless there's particular stresses going on.
Yeah. I think that's why I hand waved it a few times,
Exactly,
because
that's
it's been like, oh, you can just do this and you have ample time to do it.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
it's like that, so. Yeah. Is there any other ones looking to come along to the school?
Does 404 want to see what an actual school looks like and not a cloning facility?
Yeah.
Has 404 got some nice clothes?
Yeah.
So what? So Ezra's going to be posing himself as a rich
A sugar daddy.
Like that.
But remember that they've been told to expect people coming to ask questions.
Well, they're basically trying to do a cover for anyone else who
Well,
asks.
that's what I was saying. The idea being, yes, we can come and ask questions, but we don't want to ask questions of the random front guard. We don't have to say, oh yeah, we've been checked by so-and-so.
Yeah.
By the time we get to the principal, like I say, I prefer to have a bit of a colour story so that we can go and get into the principal and any other personnel and that sort of stuff. And then we can say, hey, actually, we're also here.
Yes. So it's just if you want me to dress up with the dark sunnies, my suit, and visible earwig or headpiece, and me walking behind you.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that Nero's going to be doing that sort of role as well. we didn't get any indication as to what their attitude towards trolls and orcs were.
You assume
Officially, no action, but are we expecting any potential concerns?
if it was gang a troll, probably concerns and police. But if they're well dressed, most
It's
likely
a bodyguard troll that rich people can afford solid bodyguards. Yep, okay.
reason to be there is always good.
Yep, happy with that. And so, yep, okay, well, I think that means that most people have a role to play. Because the other thing about pretending to be like a prospective student, it means that Raven's in a position to be talking to the other, like the roommate, the dormitory, and things like that. So, without saying that, hey, yes, we're hunting the Fayette's disappearance. So.
Okay, so doesn't take you too long to get there, about 10 minutes by vehicle, or vehicles as the case may be.
Yeah, we've got motorcade.
And those of you with digital scanners picking up tech notice that the hedges around the fences are all giving out deco veggie tags, making the shrubs all to be electronic.
One thing I was going to say, Martin, that I wanted to definitely want to take was actually take some effectively wiretap type stuff, like the things that can be plugged into kites on to then make it potentially easier for Nero, Hollow, and or SoCal Tatiana to get into the place, into the system. So
that will work. And being able to park nearby and walk to the gates, you see that there are 3 men by an ornate white cottage adjacent to the gate. They're all blue-eyed, fresh-faced and handsome, and all wear dapper leather suits. They also have shoulders that would probably look more appropriate on a troll.
What is it about all the security around here that they look like models?
Rich people want to look at pretty things.
Yeah, okay, another reason to hate rich people.
remembering you're pretending to be rich at the moment.
I'm pretending to hate rich people as a rich person, hating being a rich person.
And one of those men called out, "Hello, gentle beings. What brings you to the Rhododendron Conservatory this fine day?"
Greetings. Recently we've moved to Seattle and hear about the wondrous educational facility here that might be suitable for my little girl here.
Well, he recommends you go to Sorrel Hall and speak to the headmaster, because I am sure he can find a space for any talented miscreant. Looking at Raven at that point.
Look back daggers at him.
He smiles as the teeth glint.
Yeah, that could be fix the fix the cover.
So the Sorrel Hall, with its names up on the side, has white walls, porch and decorative columns. Almost looks like an old-fashioned building. Only the blinking security system at each door spoils the old-time effect. No one stops you from going in, though there are cameras on the door. And a synthesized voice greets each guest, asks each guest to speak a name into a white grill before entering. So what names do people give?
Declan's going to give the name of the Sin, probably about a rating 4 Sin at the moment. The Edmund James III,
So it's a rating 4 sin.
Yep.
Okay, so yes, you're granted entry.
And staff.
You have a entry one person before next person. So each person who's going inside needs to then give their ID and what rating it is that they're using.
Do I have ID?
You probably have maybe either a rating 2 or a rating 1 basic ID that may not even have anything relating to you on there.
Okay.
It's the equivalent of stolen ID.
Yeah, okay. Pick one. I'll use one of those and claim to be whatever name's on it.
Okay, what silly name is on the card?
Sally.
Sally. Okay, I'll say it's a rating 2 card. Okay, so it says that there is a red light blinking. I'm sorry, Sally, but that ID has been reported stolen. All assets associated with this ID has now been frozen.
I didn't have any assets.
Whoever the ID belonged to probably had assets, and that's now all frozen.
That's their problem.
Jennifer, dear, this is not the time for the games. Let's go in.
Do you provide a Jennifer ID for him?
Okay. Oh, something, yep.
What rating would you have thrown money at?
We'll call it a 3.
Okay. Well, that's not looking great. But hey, apparently you do manage to get in, but you have a feeling that the ID probably won't work after today. The door opens, but there is an error. But yes, you get in. Who else is going to use an ID to get in?
I don't know what
Does Bolt need to use an ID as a wayward fluff ball?
Well, technically, as a emotional support animal, you probably just be let through.
What about bodyguards?
Bodyguards, if they have no ID, are not registered and are not bodyguards.
Okay. In that case, I'll have to use my grey one. He's the violent one.
What rating
That's,
is that one?
That's a 4. I'm just trying to see if got anything that actually helps with that.
Okay, so looking at it, apparently there's a beep error. This ID is stolen. All assets associated with this ID has been seized.
Alright, there's nothing currently associated with that one. I've only used it twice. Yeah. Indistinguishable will probably just makes them forget that Admiral's trying to identify me. Right.
Has there been any physical response from apparent errors of people trying to get in the door yet?
The door doesn't open, but hey, the fact that it's broken the ID and I got a triumph, there's probably a chance that he's now been flagged.
No, I think I'm looking for a response to come in, like a physical response to say, hey, let's go here. So.
Well, you see that the Womp hasn't been let in because apparently his ID was fake.
Well, we will stand there, waiting for a bit, looking towards the camera, saying, look at what, saying, hey. So close it. If the school wants money from potentially rich students, they can come and talk to me.
You know, they shouldn't have dodgy security.
they shouldn't be expecting security staff to give away their identity.
Well, hey, all it would do is say, does this person match the details of the card? A rating 2 security check. Managed to break a rating 4 security card.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, so the yellow dice were against us and the purple dice were on our side.
Mm-hmm. The purple dice represented the rating of your card.
Okay.
So, after waiting a few minutes, is there any response?
After waiting a few minutes, there is some casual security strolling up to your way. There's about 2 guys who look like they're athletes of some kind. As you can see, they've got the crop top just barely over the top, the abs showing, the muscles of the arm showing.
Hurry up, let us in. If you want, if our daughter is going to come here, we have to actually assess the situation. So, there's obviously something faulty with the access systems.
Don't worry.
Not a good start to the tour of the grounds.
Just don't worry, it won't take long. I've brought a biometric scanner. We can get to the bottom of if it's a faulty machine or a fake identity very quickly.
My staff are not the persons involved here anyway. It only means it's important.
Well, if only you is important, your staff don't need to enter. You're safe inside, you don't need security. We pride ourselves on not letting in the riffraff, he says, looking at the troll.
I just scan my ID and walk in now.
He says, welcome, Genko, employee.
Good, I don't have to reveal my name yet.
Unlike other people whose names come up, it just says, Genko, employee.
Okay, I'm gonna adopt Jane Coe as a non-deplume from now on. Jane Coe.
404 is just wearing a maid dress that she does this.
Yeah.
I'll
So I'll
because I
just
find
wait
it funny.
outside. If something does happen, I'll come in extremely angry.
The security are insisting that they do a full biometric check. And it says, you've read the bylaws of the conservatory, you've entered the grounds, we have this right. If you refuse right, we can then put this as resisting arrest on our grounds. What does one do?
So if I want to do a biometric scan of what?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Hurry up!
Yep.
Okay, so they pull out their machines and do the whole zap, 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 zap. That's a rating 4 ID you have?
Yep.
Okay. Purple dice just aren't working for us.
Okay, so they you're an as technology employee, I see here, sir.
Yes. We don't talk about that.
You're using the wrong ID. They print off a temporary ID for you with your actual as technology name.
Declan will take the details and say, yes, my staff have their own situations. They maintain my secrets, and so yours. Let us be going.
Okay, so that they let you in. Apparently, Nero just touches the system without showing any ID, and I let him in.
Bring him.
And the gate stays open, and Hollow just walks on through as well. Assuming Hollow made it too.
Sure, why not?
Okay, so as you're walking in, you pass the main offices, where you see see people with in boring cubicles with red plastic desks and piles of data chips and trinkets all over the place. Most of the people are messy, half-eaten food, and then one person in the corner, a tall, hairless man, has what appears to be the neatest table there. Everything lined up perfectly. Even has his styluses lined up from largest to smallest.
Is there any markings or doorways or things like that towards the headmaster's office?
Okay, so it seems to be he's actually sitting outside the headmaster's office.
Figured it was likely, but
And looking at him, his muscles are also on display. He also has chiseled features, which you're probably sure he paid for. And an arrogant grin to go with it. Maybe he practiced. Maybe it's digital.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Declan can arrogant in I'm sure.
Okay, so you find yourself let into the headmaster's office with a row of plaques running across the expensive real wood trademarked paneling made out of soy products, I'm sure. The awards commemorate the ascension of previous headmasters to the Rhododendron Conservatory Hall of Fame. The headmaster, a plump, red-faced man, sits in his padded recliner behind a tiny desk. As you enter, he seems to gulp and look fiercely at you. Okay.
James, we're here to discuss the possibility of my young lady here enrolling at your academy.
Just trying to jump to the actual details of him besides the name. Okay, so the name of the headmaster is Raymond Blom. Written in cursive stylized script, hard for most of you to read because most of you don't look beyond the normal digital lettering. He says, welcome, and what is it you need to know about? He's sorry, he was a little taken back by the size of your security, he says. Looking admiring at Worm's muscles.
Yeah. So the last person in, presumably Womp or Nero, has closed the door again, and Declan will take a seat and explain that yes, we've been sent here to talk by the what's the word it was for? Patron? Well, there's that.
The Lord.
So for Miss Fayette, what was her surname?
Myers.
Myers, yeah. Yeah. Right. I understand you were told to expect us?
He nods and says, so, what is it you want to ask?
Her patron appears to be concerned. In fact, she did not check in this morning at a regular phone call. Regular call. What is it that, do you know her current whereabouts?
Okay, he turns to his computer and pulls up the file on Lafayette.
Fayette or Lafayette?
So, I can think of Lafayette because I'm thinking of Gambit from X-Men. But
In which case he says, I'm sorry, why are you looking for Lafayette? I thought you were looking for Fayette.
Right.
And Claudette was going,
I thought Gambit was the color.
Yeah, Jason would have the name correctly. So. Because hey, Jason doesn't know anything about Gambit.
okay,
Unlike some people, he lives in the modern times, not back in the previous century.
he says according to her student record, her grades dropped dramatically over the past year. It shows that she has vanished before. She disappeared 3 months ago, and Lone Star found her behind an entertainment kiosk and returned her to campus. She refused to discuss the runaway attempt. The school had her examined at the Juzu clinic, but doctors found no signs of injury or drug use. The Juzu clinic did not release their medical records on Fayette.
Is the Juzu clinic on campus, or is that external to campus?
Again, I will look that up. Because I got a section on that.
I mean, like, to me, I would assume that a school like this would likely have on-base medical facilities, but the way they talk about not being released to the principal, you're thinking, hang on, maybe it's coming elsewhere. So.
The Juzu clinic is in Everett.
Right, okay, so...
Not
a
many
outsourced.
suburbs over.
Yep.
And also secretive, so you don't actually have to deal with the fallout.
You said she ran away.
3 months ago.
With all the security you have here, how did she get out?
Through the front gates.
She just walked out the front gates.
And didn't come back.
So anyone can just do that.
They're not a prison.
Okay.
Anyone's welcome to come and go as they please. We just lock up the doors at a certain time so riffraff can't get in.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're saying that she was a good student until about 3 months ago. She ran away, she came back. How have her grades been since?
They have not been improving. Though he believes Dr. Arnhill, who was working on her, is rather skilled in his field, but can be rather distant.
Dr. Arnhill from the Zuzu clinic, or is
I believe
the local medical?
I believe they are the Zuzu clinic. And he will let security know that you can speak to the students or faculty as needed.
Okay, we shall
Can you give us
continue with
details
the pretext of
her classes and her room that she lives in, roommates, that sort of thing?
Okay, so he prints off a schedule and details of where to find her room.
Okay. Does she share a room, or does she live a room to herself?
She has a room
To herself.
with a cha-cha.
A cha-cha?
Name of the person she shares the room with.
like her door mate.
Okay, doormate's named Cha-cha.
The records don't show surnames in most cases. Part of
Is
their...
there any other particular students that she was closer with?
He says you would have to speak to the roommate. They don't keep track of any relationships between students. They're not that sort of school, he says, looking at 404.
And also, each dorm area, is there like a dorm mistress who oversees all the girls in a particular area?
He says there should be. I'm just going to have a look at that.
I probably wouldn't know this sort of thing, so I probably shouldn't have suggested that.
Okay, so I don't actually have a name of someone that I can refer you to.
Okay, so we'll say there is not such a person then.
Or if there is, we'll get it at some point. So, yeah. I'm getting the impression there might be quite a number of people to try and talk to at the school that we might try and catch up with. Are we in a position to shut down for the evening because we're approaching 1:45?
We are, and I could say you could do the questions next time. And to give you an idea of how your money would spend in the game world, a year's tuition here is 130,000.
Okay, ridiculous.
So, from your character's perspective, this place is stupidly expensive.
Yep.
Good thing Desrin's so rich enough to have a maid and a bodyguard.
Oh no, Desmond can actually afford it.
Okay. If I wanted to, I could afford it. Yes.
But that would probably be throwing most of his money into it.
That's right. It would be a waste of his money, and it would actually deplete his stock. But yes. I'm sure we can arrange to make it look like he had enough money for a while. So.
Okay, so yes, I don't believe there is any specific person that would leap out and say in charge of them. I expect it's more along the lines of security just sees to most of their needs.
Yeah, okay. There's no dorm mistress.
No dorm mistress. Okay, so does anyone have anything they'd like to add before I put it on end credits and chat to you after? Okay, end credits it is.
I thought that's what 404 was wearing.